Hey, Matt, right now this is the damage. It's hard to tell because of the trees and that the fire crews have everything blocked off, but you can see here just damage done from that tornado. I was out here. I was actually on Courthouse Road just a few blocks down the way when the tornado just ripped through this area. Now, we're not exactly sure what this is right here, but it looks to be the roof of one of these buildings to the side of the road. This is on Speaks Drive right now, and you can see the devastation right now. There's people just walking around. Nobody really knows what to do, but they do have it blocked off right now, and that is because there is also a gas leak going on here on Speaks Drive. But again, the tornado came through here about 20 minutes ago or so, and it just ripped right through. There was debris flying everywhere. I'm actually going to try to move over just a little bit so you can see just how bad this damage is. That's the roof that I believe it is that's sitting right on Speaks Drive that is causing a lot of dangerous situations right now. Of course, I am continuing to just pick up information right now, and as soon as I learn more, you will as well, on air and online at WRIC.com. But right now, live in Chesterfield, Nick Canigliaro, 8 News.
This is Hull Street, okay?
Hull Street.
This is Speaks Near Hull Street. So you saw this, the flash there of lightning, and it might not. Look at the debris flying around the outside.
Look at debris.
This is John Goose who sent this in.
Okay.
Thanks, John.
Yep. Look at the debris flying right through there. Look at the roof.
Oh. Oh man.
And that.
All lanes are closed on Hull Street. Amy Simpson's joining us now too, sitting on the set. Oh my gosh. Oh.
Wow.
So this is where Nick Canigliaro is live right now. Oh my gosh. Wow.
I am out here on Decoy Lane and Tracker Drive in Chesterfield, where you can see behind me not one, not two, but multiple downed trees. I'm going to step out of the way so you can get a look at this damage out here. And this is the type of damage that you're seeing throughout Chesterfield. As we were driving through Genito and Hull Street, there's a large police presence dropping off the roads. But let's focus on this damage here in this neighborhood. You can see multiple trees uprooted, knocked over, completely split in half. I mean, this tornado ripped through here. I spoke with the people that live here. They tell me that they're still in a state of shock and just devastated by this damage. They say they don't know what to do right now, but they're going to make some phone calls and see how they can get this fixed. And they say that the tornado came through here around 3:45 this afternoon. And like I said, Genito and Hull Street, those roads are blocked right now because of tree damage, because the heavy winds came through the area and knocked down a lot of businesses, roofs, trees. And so if you are driving through this area, be aware you will have to reroute and go into different directions. We can see we're here in this neighborhood. Families are outside still looking in shock with the trees knocked over on their home, trying to figure out what the next steps are. So I'm going to take some time right now to talk to these families and see what's going on and what the next step is, and we'll be back. We'll check in with you guys shortly. Reporting live in Chesterfield County, Sierra Fox, 8 News.
Sierra, that shot right there is a fantastic shot that we just had up, because it's not that the tree is knocked down, it's a twist and a snap right there, which immediately shows that this is at least a funnel cloud close to the ground, if not tornado that touched the ground briefly. That's what happens. What happens is the canopy of the tree gets hit by the winds, and it actually just twists below. So what happens is then the trunk just twists, and it can't obviously support that. There's too much torque, so it pops and snaps, and that's what you're looking at there.
We're back here live. I want you to speak with Miss Sharon Bates. Miss Sharon, how are you doing this evening?
Pretty good.
All right, well, first of all, thank you for joining us. Tell us what exactly brought you along here this evening.
Well, my sister lives right down at the end of this incline, and I came here to check on her house. I had seen her neighbor on television, and he said that the tornado had come within 40 feet of his house. So I wanted to come by here and check on her. She's not at home at this time.
Okay, but you have been able to make contact with her?
Yes, I have. I've notified her with some pictures on her text messages.
Kristen Smith is also live reporting on this storm, and let's go to Kristen. Good evening, Kristen.
Hi, Matt. Yeah, we are in the Parham and Patterson area. We are at the West End Assembly of God Church, and I'm going to turn the camera around. Right now, the skies are pretty dark and ominous. It doesn't translate as well with the video here, but you can see that the church here suffered a lot of destruction to the roof, just pieces of metal ripped from the roof of this church. And I'm told that the church is going to be closed today and tomorrow, at least for the short term. Now, earlier we were in another neighborhood, again, in the Parham and Patterson area, where we saw a lot of downed trees, some massive trees that came down, fell onto garages, fell onto homes. Fortunately, everyone was okay, but it was a really scary afternoon for one mom who was home with her 2 young kids.
I saw out the kitchen window, it was so calm, and then out of nowhere, it was just like this wall of wind taking everything one direction, and that's when I knew. I didn't even need to look to stay no more. I didn't care. I just took my kid, ran, and put pillows over my head, and prayed for the best and waited till it was over.
Okay, again, we are at the West End Assembly of God Church. This is debris that was ripped from the roof of this church, which is now going to be closed for a couple of days. Again, the fortunate thing that we're finding here today is that no one was hurt. Some damage and destruction, but thankfully everyone that we've spoken with today is okay. I'm going to send it back to you now in the studio.
All right, new tornado warning just issued. That is in effect until 5:45 this evening. Northwestern Henrico County, West Central King William County, and also Central Hanover County. It's for that storm we were watching down here by Tuckahoe, which is actually a little too close to comfort for where Kristen happened to be right now. So, Kristen, get in your vehicle, please, right now.
Let's go to Nick. Good evening, Nick.
Hey, Matt, as you mentioned, we do have one confirmed fatality from this damage. Now, I'm going to step out of the way so you can actually see what it looks like. This warehouse was destroyed as the tornado came through. This is right off of Speaks Drive, off of Hull Street Road. Right now, though, we are a little concerned because there is actually a potential tornado touchdown behind this area. So right now, crews are speaking with us, basically telling us to be aware of what's going on, and we do have a place we will go if that tornado comes any closer. But you are taking a look right now at just the devastation that came through with that tornado. This all happened just before 4 o'clock. I was actually on Courthouse Road as it came by, and all I saw was just debris and heavy winds going through at that time. Now, you also mentioned, according to Lieutenant Jason Elmore, there is a gas leak. Right now, there is a heavy odor of gas, and currently they are working to basically try to get that fixed right now. But as you can see, that warehouse completely destroyed at this time. And there is that one confirmed fatality. At one point, they actually had a drone going around the building because they weren't able to get their crews in there safely. So that's why they had a drone going around in order to confirm that fatality. Of course, we are continuing to follow this. And as I mentioned, you can see here, these clouds are just getting darker and darker, so we may actually have to go inside in a little bit. Keep you updated on air and online at WRIC.com. But right now, live in Chesterfield, Nick Canigliaro, 8 News.
All right, Nick, once again, thank you. I want to ask you a quick question there, Nick. Obviously, there's a lot of police and fire officials working around there. You've been there on the scene since the moment it happened. You've talked to some people there. Just, again, describe what they saw, please.
Matt, I spoke with someone who was actually inside of the warehouse, and she was unconsolable. She was just crying in tears because it was just such a scary moment for her. I asked her what she was thinking, what was going through her mind during that time, and all she kept saying to me was, I don't know, the tornado hit us, and she just kept crying and crying. That's basically what everyone's going through right now. Everyone's just kind of trying to console each other because this is such an emotional moment right now. So right now, people are just kind of trying to gather their thoughts more than anything. And there you go. There's a bit of thunder right there as well. So we are currently speaking with the people. We're standing on property. There's a building right here that we will be going into if that tornado does continue to get closer. So we are being safe out here. But again, people just really trying to gather their thoughts more or less right now.
All right, Nick Canigliaro, yeah, find yourself a little shelter. There is a good thunderstorm just to your west and northwest. It may just pass around you, but take some shelter.
For that tornado shredded multiple trees, knocking them down, even on some people's homes. And right now, I'm joined by the Wilson family. Thank you so much for joining 8 News on air. We appreciate it. A tree actually fell on top of their home. So what's going through your mind right now?
I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm just very thankful that we're okay. I mean, trees and everything else can be replaced, and thank God that we're okay. That's it.
Yes, we're so glad you guys are safe. And you guys told me you were inside when that tree fell on top of your home. So walk me through what exactly happened.
Well, when we got the alert, we ran inside the bathroom because that's the safest place to go at this point. And we stayed there for a few minutes, and all of a sudden we just hear this whoosh of wind. And now the next thing that we know, we had a tornado and all our trees are down. And we come out here, and this is that.
And what's going through? What do you think of this right now?
What's happening? Oh my gosh, am I safe? How are my friends doing? How's my family doing? What's going to happen next?
And did you guys see the tornado pass through here? Because I did speak to some neighbors who said they saw it.
No, we didn't see anything. We were in the bathroom.
So you guys were taking shelter in the bathroom. Now, what does the inside of your home look like?
The inside of our home looks like fine. Nothing got blew down. Upstairs is just fine too, so everything's good.
And now you were saying this is the first time you've ever experienced something like this.
Yes, it is the first time we have experienced it, but I'm glad that we did take shelter. I'm very happy that, nothing came in the house. It's just the outside. Outside is the damaged parts.
Yes, and crews were just here trying to get the tree off of your home. So what's the next step?
I guess we have to find a contractor, somebody to come out here and get everything done. I've already called the insurance company, so they send a adjuster out in the next couple days. So we just take it step by step. I don't know if my car is okay over there. There's a tree on beside that and in the driveway. So we're just going to see what happens and just be thankful that we're okay.
Yes, well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us. We're glad that you guys are safe and sound and made it out of your house before the tree fell on top of your home. And again, guys, this is why state officials were warning the seriousness of Hurricane Florence and the aftermath that could potentially happen in Virginia because of these toppled trees, heavy rainfall, heavy wind. So if you're on the roads, be sure to be safe. Right now, officials are saying it's best to probably stay inside. A lot of roads are blocked off where we're at on Genito and Hull Street. Right now we're on Decoy Lane in the Hunter's Landing neighborhood, but just off of here in Genito and Hull Street, large police presence blocking off a huge shopping center and those roads. So it's best to just avoid these areas right now. Back to you all in the studio.
All right, Travis, you noticed something, thank you once again, Sierra, you noticed something that the young child said that was really poignant.
Yeah, the daughter said, as soon as we got that alert on our phones, we immediately went to the bathroom. That's a safe spot. They seemed like they've practiced this before. Good. It seemed like they had an idea of what to do when the tornadoes came. Oddly, I'd say, that they're on the calmer side because they knew what they needed to do. Yep. They knew what was going to happen. And as the mother said, a very key thing, cars are replaceable, trees are replaceable, people are not.
Good evening, Matt. We're actually just taking a look at the debris. We just had to seek shelter because, as you can see, there's still some funneling going on right now. But this is actually a part of a fence that came off over there, and then this is the part of a roof that came off of yard works right off of Hull Street Road. Now I'm going to step out of the way so you can actually see the damage done to that warehouse where there was the one confirmed fatality. Now you can see just broad devastation as that tornado just ripped through this area. Now I was driving on Courthouse Road at the time that tornado came through. I did pull over and I checked it out, and all I saw was just a bunch of debris just flying around everywhere, high winds going around. And it was just a dangerous situation. Luckily, people did seek shelter. Again, though, we were just told to seek shelter. People are starting to come back outside, so they are hopefully saying that it is safe right now, but there is also a gas leak they are working on at this time. Also, again, this is Speaks Drive off of Hull Street Road.
You can see some of this video here. This first video I'm going to show you is from the U of R campus. And again, you can hear the tornado sirens going off as this tornado was approaching. Also, the most beautiful shot here. This is from VCU. The sirens went off here numerous times as they asked many of the faculty and workers to get inside. The pictures you're seeing here are from Genito and Hull Street at the Planet Fitness. You see, the power lamp there snapped down. Trees were cars were flipped over, and this, of course, led to that tornado over near Speaks Road. This is shots out of Magnolia Green in western Chesterfield County. This is actually looking over toward Osby High School, and we saw reports of damage from Hampton Park through Hancock Village.
More tree damage reported, as you can see here, across central Virginia, and of course,
and
this
finally,
video.
Yeah, the biggest shot of them all. This was Speaks Drive and Hull Street, where one fatality occurred this afternoon.
Stay with us all night. We'll have the latest for you tonight at 11 on 8 News.